Everybody, hey, Kibjog Midway, how's it going? Welcome back to a new episode of Clone Evolution. Actually, no, Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, Lelanders Edition. Now, today I finally got the PlayStation controller working with, and we got a whole bunch of material to cover from what I just learned about the history of the game. So, let's begin. First thing I'd like to show off is my PS4 controller, knockoff version from China, hooked up to my computer with a USB cord, and ta-da! I don't know, hopefully it still works. Oh shit. I better be careful. No, I was on the wrong screen. There we go. So now I'm actually playing the game on a controller. And you can tell I'm like actually fluidly able to move and shit now. Actually swinging the camera back and forth, it is a little bit choppier than I expected. But not too bad. But no, it's pretty wild. I can run around, jump, shoot, reload, everything perfectly easy now. Oh, and that reminds me, one thing I have to do. Hopefully I can do it. I gotta turn all this stuff down to... Alright! Let's try 30%. Or let's try 35. Now I was thinking that when I do a stream, I don't want the gunshots to be so loud that you can't hear me. Hey, Kim Jong, holy shit, he just did a fucking super chat. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, if you want to try, we can actually test it now. The game is up and running. And I know how to get the controller working with it. It was a little bit difficult, but I can show you a quick demonstration how to set up the controller. Obviously, it's in beta, so it's not set up to work with controllers yet, but I was able to find a way to get it to work. Alright, let's pick People's Liberation Army. No, so you'll never guess, the guy who made this game, or one of the guys that's making this game, he got an interview with the creator of the original game. I can't fucking believe it. Oh yeah, and we got to do the spin for the hat. I forgot. Trying the button to see if I could get it to work. I could have swore I had that map to enter. Alright, let me check the mapping, see what happened. It's a bit annoying. No, so what I did... Oh, come on, work. Oh, I see what happens. You gotta pick it first. Let me try it now. Weird. Alright, everything was working. I don't know why it didn't work the greatest there. But anyways, let's do the spin for the hat for the super chat. We'll do it quick. Yeah, so this is the new feature for the show, and I found a way for everyone to take part. We're actually going to do 2 spins of the wheel, and anyone who's in the chat, even people that didn't pay to get the super chat, they get to vote on one of the 2 choices. So then after about maybe a minute or 2 or whatever of letting the people vote, then we'll pick between the 2. Alright, so we'll bring up the wheel. So this is the wheel, and it only goes for 10 minutes. So don't worry, it won't be the whole show. Especially if someone else super chats. Although George got carried away with it, and he was doing it for like, I don't know, 3 times back to back. So it's pretty crazy. But anyways, let's do the first spin. Hopefully it's nothing. Oh, the burger hat again. That was one of the choices earlier. Alright, let's check the second choice. It could be the same choice, so that's what we'll do. Oh, it's either burger hat or no hat. So we get to pick between burger hat or no hat. So that'll be the vote. Yeah, I think even no hat's kind of funny in its own regard. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, and then once we do that, we'll pick a time for it to start. We'll do it for 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes per super chat, roughly. All right, let's get back to the game here. Oh yeah, that was the one thing I was going to show you in the game. All right, so let me exit the game. There we go. And I'll bring up the controller thing and I'll show you what it's called. The software to control a PlayStation controller on your computer. There's many different ones you can use, but the one I'm using today is called Anti-Micro. Sort of like Microsoft, but Anti-Micro. No relation to Microsoft. So anyways, once you get this program, all right, so we could do the burger hat. All right, so we got one hat, one vote for the hat. I don't think we have anyone else in the chat yet, so it'll pretty much just be the one vote for the hat. All right, anyway, so let's see. Yeah, so that's how you set it up. You set up all those keys. I can't really make this screen any bigger, so it's the biggest I can. So once you set up all the keys, yeah, then you can play the game with a controller, just like it was on PlayStation as it was intended. Hey, Noah Gaming made it back. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, and I realized that you're not Jim Review. Sorry, I got you mixed up. No, I was just watching another one of Jim's videos and I seen you commenting in it, so I'm like, oh, he's not the same person. I don't know why I got you confused. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just gave your channel a sub too and watched a couple of your videos. Yeah, it's nice to see younger gamers starting to appreciate Battlefield 2. It's a really good game, I think. Anyway, so let's go. Yeah, so that's how you sync up the controller. Oh, and that was one thing I was going to show you guys. If you want to go to the mouse stuff, where is it? For the aim, up, down, left, right. If you go to these and you click them, you can, where is it? Go mouse settings, and you click up the speed. So I like to put it up to 100. So I don't know if it's up to you. You can put it up to whatever speed you want, but I think 100 is closer to the actual game what it was to PS2. I don't know if anyone else knows the speed that they think. I think someone was posting that 50 is actually really good. So I don't know. Alright, so we'll put this on this screen. Alright, so let's go back to this screen. Oh wait, no, I have to minimize that one. Right, and now what I did is I put the share button, or the share button, and I made it the escape button. So now I can literally just hit one button, boom, I'm right back in the game. Hey, what the hell, it's starting to go choppy. I wonder if that's my internet. Yeah, I think it's my internet lagging a little. It's going down to 900. No, that was the irritating thing. Like, I tried fixing my internet the other day to see if it would stop lagging. And I got it to work for one stream, and now it's back to lagging. So it was kind of disappointing. I thought I had fixed the problem. Fuck, man, that really pisses me off. Because, man, I work so hard to get my computer working and paying for really expensive internet. And for it not to work is just the ultimate piss off. But, oh well, what are you going to do, right? So I don't know. The only thing I can do at this point is shut down the stream and try it again, and hopefully it fucking works, man. Like, I don't understand why I can't keep a stable connection. It doesn't make any sense. There's absolutely no reason why it shouldn't. And it's not just the streaming. It's actually my YouTube and everything that's doing it. It's my whole network. And it only does it at certain times a day, like usually late at night. It's like I gotta stop recording late at night, and it's weird too, because my network even shows that my city's bandwidth is the lowest at night. So I should be able to watch everything at night and stream no problem. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's really annoying. I don't even know if I can keep the stream going if it's really going to be this choppy, because it's really affecting how I can move and see. Well, anyways, I'll try my best to deal with it. Hopefully it'll resolve itself. Dear God, man, what an annoying piss off. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is Google, when I searched the problem, they said it is something to do with the network. So I'll try shutting down anything else on my network that could possibly be causing it. Hopefully I can find the cause. Who knows? Maybe I can. That'd be great. Oh yeah, we got a whole bunch of these going. So I'll try closing some of these. Oh yeah, I was going to close Steam, but I can't close that. Alright, there's nothing else running. It's just my computer, the only thing in the whole house. Top of the line internet, supercomputer, top of the line modem, and router. What could it possibly be? Must be somewhere I fucked it up in the settings. Dear God, how annoying. Alright, I'm gonna just try it for a second, see if it'll let me change it, but I know last time it wouldn't. It was like, nope, sorry, once you're streaming, you're streaming. I can't even remember. Oh, there it is, streaming. Yeah, if anyone else is good at OBS and they know some of the ways to stop it from lagging like that, because I don't get it, man. I can record for like 6 months, never happened once. Then all of a sudden, 2, 3, 4 shows in a row, I can't keep an internet connection. It just fucking lags like a piece of shit. Man. And it's not my internet connection. Yeah, it made it all the way down to 0 that time. That was pretty impressive. And it's not my internet provider. They're saying that I'm getting stable internet. I do an internet test, comes up stable, so I don't know what the fuck. Alright, I can't even find the setting. Before there should have been a setting where I could adjust the encoder rate or no, the network. That's what it was, network. Alright, the only thing I can think of is maybe I'll try stopping it and restarting it. Hopefully that fixes it. Alright, yeah, let's hope it's back to not choppy. I don't know, now the stream connection's good. I really don't like stopping it midstream and restarting. We'll see how that affected the YouTube page. I don't know, what I was trying to do too is hook up the center PlayStation button to be the enter key so I don't have to keep using the mouse. I thought I had it working, but... Oh, there it worked. Finally. Oh yeah, it's either the trigger or the enter key. That's why. Try re-hosting the game because it's no longer listed in the server. Alright, I'll try that, but man, my internet connection keeps dropping down to 0 and giving me red flags. It shouldn't be doing this. Like, I played the game for an hour today, didn't get one drop once. So I don't know why it's fucking dropping like crazy now. It fucking really pisses me off, man. I really wish things could just work properly. Like, we're in an age of technology, you think your fucking goddamn stream could stay connected. Like, we're almost putting a man back on the moon, for God's sakes. Can you get the fucking internet to work? I swear to God, I might actually try Elon's internet, because maybe that is it. It could be just my internet service provider is so unstable that I can't stay connected properly. It's the only thing I can think of. The only other solution was Google said it was my network hub, but my hub's the brand new top of the line one. So I really doubt it came set on the default to fucking have all these network conflicts. All right, so let's try creating a new one. Imagine that's what happened. The hub came with all the network conflicts set up to happen by default. So right off the bat, you can't fucking use it. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. And what other settings could you possibly change? Alright, so no games found. So I'll try hosting a game. I don't know, maybe someone who's good at internet. I'll have to ask George, see what he says. He kept telling me that it was something to do with the wires, but I know it's not because we actually literally hired the guy to come and put in all new wires. So there literally is no wire that isn't brand new. All the network cables are brand new, every fucking wire right to the street. So the only one that could be corrupt is the one on the street, and the guy told me that it was. He's like, the street lines are from the 70s. So he's like, you're trying to get like high-speed internet through some cable line that's been laid in the 1970s. And that's the one that does the whole block. So the cable guy couldn't replace that. He's like, he can replace the one to my house, but he can't replace the whole streets line. Alright, so we're back, and the internet is somewhat, well, it's fuck, man. I'm supposed to be in the 6,000 range. And I'm going down to 1,000, 500, 800, 900. I'm supposed to be around 6,000. So it's like, well, I don't understand why my internet's upload speed has dropped so low. It's almost dropped to non-existent. Oh well, we'll try it, see what we can do. Oh yeah, you're on the satellite internet or HughesNet? Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Yeah, I shouldn't complain. My internet isn't that bad. Most days it's great. I don't understand. Some days it just goes to garbage. The only thing I can think of is maybe network usage, but that's my only guess at this point. I've tried every other solution. I need to find the final solution. Just kidding. No, so I got some information about the DICE game. Or not the DICE game, Battlefield 2 Modern Combat from the DICE, what was it, technical director. What was his name? Mons? I forget, I put it in the chat thing. I can't pronounce his last name, so yeah, he is the man. Mans, I think that's what it was, not Mons. Or I could be getting it wrong. Yeah, I started my internet adventures on dial-up modems, so I shouldn't be complaining. And the internet has come a long way. I'm just so envious of people that have fiber optic, because fiber optic is like 100 times faster than my internet, and it's half the price. So I'm like, dear God, I want to pay half the price and have 100 times the speed. That'd be great. But I'm stuck in like a house that was built in fucking 100 years ago. Cable lines that were laid in the 1970s. Fucking year I was born, for God's sakes. Yeah, the internet's coming in on cables. It was as old as I am. Yeah, so anyways, that technical director from the original Battlefield 2 Modern Combat game, he was actually a guest on the guy's podcast that makes this game, Jim Review. And holy shit, man. Talk about like fucking amazing fucking information. Like, oh, so many questions that I had about the game were answered. I was like, holy, all in one interview. They pretty much covered everything I could think of. Even the PSP game. There was actually a PSP version of this game, and they talked about it. The one guy, or the technical director, was saying that they started to work on it, but it was so early on that there was no actual playable version yet. So I don't know how true that is, maybe there is a playable version, maybe there isn't, but I bet you he's telling the truth. The only thing I can think of is a lot of cases he was saying he can't remember because it actually was a really long time ago. So, and he was also talking about how they split up into different teams. He said the team that worked on the multiplayer game was a completely different office from the one that worked on the one-player game. So he said really it was two different games and they just merged it into one when they released it. And they said they shared some of their resources and stuff, but they pretty much worked independently. So I was wondering if maybe that's what happened with the PSP version, because they did say they sent it off to a different office. So I was thinking maybe the PSP version got sent off to a different office, and like the guy said, they just started working on it and it got canceled. So that's the information that I heard. Oh yeah, there's still a whole bunch more in the interview. And I was thinking I got some ideas for what we could do for this game. Yeah, maybe when I turn the camera pan speed on too high, that's when it, oh no, it was just the internet, that's what it was. When I was jumping and moving the camera fast, it was my internet that was making it lag. That makes sense. Yeah, so I started to hear, like they talked about in the interview, is my internet port forwarded? No, I do not believe so. Unless it does it automatically. If it does it automatically, then maybe, but... No, someone else was able to join in the game earlier. I thought it was you, so... Maybe what we could do is you try creating a game, see if you're able to create it and I can join yours, but like you said, your internet's not great, so... Technically, my internet's supposed to be fast. The fastest package of cable internet that you can get. Oh yeah, if anyone wants to try joining in on Skype too, we can try doing Skype calls, but probably have to keep the language at least reasonable for YouTube because get my channel suspended. Well, I would just have to delete the video that we recorded like instantly, and hopefully they never see it. Oh yeah, it's gonna hit the vape a little too. No, today in the vape it's just some more of my homegrown. That bowl actually had a little bit of oil, but I'm trying to steer away from the oils. Been getting too much of it lately. Just go back to the plant matter. No, I was so lucky in Canada. A lot of people said put your plants out May 2 for. I was like, no. This year it seems a little too cold still. So I was like, I'm going to wait till like the middle of June. Or not the middle of June, but maybe first or second week. Well, I guess second week is middle, but... But anyways, yeah, thank God I did, because we're getting frost. So if I would have put my plants out, they would have died. Or turned into males. Alright, so what was some of the more information? Oh yeah, during the interview, what they were talking about was what made the game special turned out to be a lot of the limitations. And I was thinking that when this game came out, it was really like one of the first console first-person shooters. And he said that the challenge they had was to prove all the haters wrong, that a console could actually run a first-person shooter and people would play it even though they didn't have oh, the shotgun, you can't zoom in. Alright. Now I was thinking, well, I'll show you some of the zoom features I got for the new gun. Where is it? No, right now I made it so I can just hit the button and select it. I'll pick suicide. And we'll pick a new hero. Yeah, because we were debating this before. Everyone was asking, like, what was it that made Battlefield 2 so special? Like, a lot of people agreed that they don't play any other video games anymore because Battlefield 2 was so good. It was hard to switch back to other games because they suck so bad in comparison. So we were trying to figure it out. Now I can zoom in by hitting the zoom in button on the PlayStation controller. I even mapped it to it. Oh, I also mapped the crouch button so I can actually crouch. So I can do the jumping. I can't do the jump crouch, which that used to be a move. I don't even remember how to do it, but it's in the instructions. Yeah, so you can zoom. You just have to press that. It doesn't really zoom in though, eh? If you zoom in with the sniper rifle, it zooms in way more. Alright, and if you get crouching and you can't figure out how to get out, just hit jump. Usually jump will get you out of the crouching. Oh yeah, I was going to show you. There is some spots where you can jump up onto the roof already. I don't know if he programmed it like this, but there's a few good ones. So back in the game, this was one of them. Use the dumpster, and it allows you to jump up onto here. Then from here, you can get up onto this roof. And you can get up onto this roof. You can get up across here. And now you're in a pretty good spot to overlook the flag, eh? If anyone comes in to take it, you can shoot them, right? Oh yeah, and I got reload map now too. Yeah, so this is pretty sweet. I feel like I'm playing the game on console again. That was one of the things I noticed when I first played this generic field. I was like, oh fuck, because I'm playing it on keyboard and a mouse, it just didn't feel right. I was like, oh god, I want to play the console version. But then I was like, I shouldn't get so frustrated. Maybe I can just map a controller to it. And god, when I mapped it to it, it feels so like the original. Like when I'm playing it, I'm almost like, dear god, it's hard to tell that anyone else made this. If someone told me this was actually the official developers, I'd be, yep, sure seems like it. Because it feels just like it. So I was like, thank God, whatever they did when they were making this game, they made it so like Battlefield, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so that's what the game developer or technical director from DICE, or former technical director, he was saying that was one of the issues. Is they were trying to convince the investors or whoever it was that they had to convince that they could actually pull it off. Here, let's go to Sniper. Where they could put a console game or move a first-person shooter onto console and people wouldn't care that it's not on a keyboard and mouse. Yeah, so for that part, what I did is I had to map it. Alright, so here we go. Let's try the zoom in feature now. See, there's 2 zooms that you can do with the sniper rifle. So that's definitely further away. Yeah, this game is so challenging too. I'm surprised they could do it because this is back before they had auto aim. So it's like when you shoot someone with this, you actually have to aim. It's not just going to auto aim for you. Which I think is pretty crazy, eh? Because like a lot of modern games, they all have that auto aim feature where they'll just aim for you. So anyways, that's what he was saying. Like when he was the technical director, one of the first challenges they had was convincing people that they could make the controls good enough. And I was thinking, dear God, when they ported the controls to this, they did a really good job. Oh, which reminds me. Let's bring up the image that I created. I forgot, I created an image and I didn't really get it ready. Where's the image? Sorry if I open any pictures of boobs. I swear to God, I have no idea how they got there. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think it's this one. Page 2. No. Let's try page 3. Here it is. Right, so this is the page I made that has the original PlayStation controls on it. And it's from my instruction manual. So I actually scanned it, so that's why it looks so high resolution. This is pretty much as high resolution as the manual has ever been. Alright, so anyways, yeah, I can look at these controls, and what I did when I mapped mine on the PlayStation controller is I didn't map speak to square. I was like, hey, instead of putting it on square, and we don't have speak, that's where I put reload, because I like reload on square. And for crouching, I put it on circle, but that's where they used to have reload. So I probably should put reload back there, and then put crouching on square. And since open parachute was available, I didn't put it on anything yet. I made shoot R1, which was the same. I made zoom in R3, which is the same. What else did we make the same? The running and looking around, that's all the same. Yeah, but someone was pointing out you actually had to hit right on the D-pad in order to bring up some stuff. And then I was remembering that too. Remember how to change weapons? You had to hold R2 and then move the right analog stick, and while holding it, it would create a whole bunch of more options. So I don't know if you could actually program that in a normal game control these days, but that'd be pretty wild if they're going to actually able to imitate that. And I was thinking that's probably the best control feature I've ever had for changing weapons, because normally in games when you change weapons, you have to hit the same change weapon button over and over again, and then it takes like 2 or 3 animations before you get to the one you want. With this one, you just hit R2, and all of a sudden you can cycle to whatever weapon you have in your inventory in one hit. So it's like you just hit R2 and hit down, hit R2 and hit left, hold R2 and hit up, whatever one you want to use. So that's really a fast way to change weapons. So that's one of the things that I liked about Battlefield, and this is one of the features where he's trying to convince the people that you could make a PC game or a first-person shooter work on a console. And I think that was one of the things to convince people. That real fast change weapon feature, that worked amazing. Alright, so let's move on from the actual picture. Alright, let's get into the game. Yeah, so this bridge is supposed to be destructible, and I thought the game was glitchy here, but it must have just been how I was walking. Because you can actually walk here fine, no problem with the controller. So I don't know, it must have been just been me. I know when I test stuff, I test it weird. And I can actually make this jump. Made the jump right across without even falling in the water. How was that for a jump? You know, that's what I was thinking though when I was like looking at this map and how it's incomplete. Because the conquest mode is bigger and there's lots of more buildings that he has to draw over here. But I was thinking, dear God, they actually left all the room. So you can actually walk over here and pretend that it's there. Oh yeah, and then the other thing I noticed on that control page, you notice how it said square is to speak? I was thinking, dear God, like square in speaking, it was a real essential part. Like most games these days, speaking isn't really that crucial anymore. I don't know where they put the speak button nowadays, but having it right on the face there just goes to show how important wearing the headset and everything was in this game. I know this was the only game that I used to wear headsets for, and I haven't wore a headset since. So I don't know. Alright, so I'll press pause, go to the host menu. No, that's a different one. Yeah, I don't see you in the match yet. Doesn't say anything, right? Now, so that was the other thing when he was talking about why the game disappeared and why they set it up on a server that was so weird. Is back in the day when first-person shooters were coming to consoles, the biggest match they could get was like maybe like 5 players versus 5 or something. So when they had, what is it, 12 versus 12, it was all of a sudden like a huge amount of players, like way more than they had ever put on a console before, by like double. So one of the solutions they had to find in order to be able to do that on such slow internet like mine was they did that like server thing. So it was kind of like the origin of cloud gaming when you think about it, where the server was actually doing a lot of the manpower, and the disk and all this stuff in the console really wasn't the brains behind the operation. Like, it had some of the guts to it and stuff, but there was a lot that was going on at the server. So much so that they could even patch the game just by updating the server. So they didn't actually have to send a patch out to everyone's consoles. They would just update the game from the server itself. So I was like, holy shit, that's pretty wild. So that's why when the server went down for this game, it was like, holy shit, that's not good, because no one else can have a server that advanced. Well, and that's what they were saying, is that type of advanced server was costing the company too much money. So they said because it was so expensive to run it, that's another reason why it got shut down. And they said something about because they run a game server like that, it goes through shitloads of bandwidth of both upload and download. So they said that's why it was running up the bills so high to run the server. So I think technically speaking, if they wanted to remake this server for this game, they could probably make it like this one, where it's not super expensive. And then they could just run it on people hosting it. So hopefully that's what's going to happen when they remake the game, that the servers won't be super expensive. Yeah, so that's some of the other news that he broke. The whole reasoning behind the server and all that shit. Now, I'm just sort of paraphrasing what I made from their interview. I bet you if I watch the interview 2 or 3 times, I get different opinions about it, so I'm probably just getting a lot of it wrong. So I recommend everyone to go to Jim's channel and check it out. He's got the whole interview in edited form and in the full version, I think. I might even go and watch the full version, because I just watched the edited version. So it's pretty wild. Man, oh man. Right, so what was some of the other things? So he had to convince the people that he could do a console game. Oh, that was one of the news that I never realized. He said that when they made this game, the reason that they never went back to it and remade it over and over again is because when they took a list of all the games that made money, he said this was one of the ones that wasn't commercially viable. So he's like, this is one that actually didn't profit very well. So that was one major reason why they didn't start remaking Battlefield 2, is because even though it was a fan favorite and popular, apparently it didn't make them a lot of money. Oh yeah, and then I got some more information too about why the game got so good in the, like how it got so balanced. One thing he said is they decided to make a multiplayer game, and then at one point they decided to make a one-player game and add it to it, like a one-player campaign mode. But they eventually realized that it was going to be too much work, so they had to just hire a whole nother team to work on that, because it would never be done in time. So that was interesting. That was the reasoning why they had to split it up. And here, let me get this started, and I'll try to remember where I was going with that. Oh yeah, it's this key. I always forget that I have to hit the center key for that one, and then the shoot key for these ones. I think I'll pick special ops. I like that one. Or no, support. Let's check support. Yeah, so they had to split up, and oh yeah, because they didn't have enough time. Oh yeah, and that was the one thing too. They said even though they split up into 2 offices to add a 1-player mode to the game, one of the things that happened is they had to delay the game for a whole year so that they could add that 1-player mode. And when that happened, the 2-player mode, like the multiplayer, it got a whole extra year that they weren't expecting to refine it even more. So that's one of the reasons that Battlefield 2 Modern Combat feels so refined, is they fucking tested the shit out of it for like a whole extra year. Even like they were ready to ship it, they're like, oh, let's test it for a whole nother year. So that's how it got all the fucking extra refining. I was like, that makes a lot of sense, because I was wondering, it didn't feel very rushed. Felt like they actually spent a lot of time on this one. Yeah, and he was even saying as a technical director, a lot of his job was just playing the game over and over and over. Like, he was lucky he wasn't playing against me for all those years, or he would have had years and years of losing. No, just kidding. Ah, of course my internet cuts down to 0 just when I have a good joke. Son of a bitch. There, it's back. Now, that might be one of the reasons why we can't find the game. Alright, if you can try hosting a server, I'll try it. Alright, so Noah says he's got a server. Let's go try it. So hopefully we can find his. It might be just my internet is so bad tonight that they're not letting me host the server, right? I would not be surprised. Huh. Oh, you know, that reminds me. When one of the players joined in my match like that, he said that he had to do something in order for it to find each other. So I don't know if anyone wants to go into the videos in my archive and see how he joined. Unless it was you that did it, but I'm trying to think. Was it another player? Was it actually Jim that joined at one point? Who was I actually playing against before? That could be what it is. Maybe you can't join because the way Jim has it set up. Yeah, because now I remember that when he was coming in and talking, he's like, hey, like, he had to do something in order to get into my room, which I can't remember what he said to do. I'd have to go into the archive and check it out. Unless I'm totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure he said it was something like I gotta change J something? JL something? I don't know. Oh, it was you that I was fighting against. Alright, so then there was nothing we had to change. For some reason I thought you were Jim. Unless you changed your name to Jim at one point. Oh, so it just randomly showed you the server. That's pretty weird, eh? Alright, so should I host one or keep looking? Oh, VSync because it's screen tearing. That's it. Alright, so good. My memory was somewhat accurate. I remembered something happened. Just no real clear of what. Alright, so no entry found. Fuck, man. Alright, I guess I'll host a game, join it, and see if you can find it, because I think I'm going to hit the vape again for a while while this loads. No, so that was one of the things he was talking about, is one of the issues they had when they were making this game, is they were actually limited how many players they could make it because of like the technical abilities of the time. It'd be wild today if that's what I was thinking. When they're remaking this game, I thought I was hosting a game. What happened there? There we go. Maybe search by generic server name? I don't know. Now, that's what I was thinking. Like, when I play Risk, like the board game Risk on a console, like PlayStation, one of the things they did in the version of Risk that was good is they gave you the classic version, which everyone likes, and then they gave you the new version, and they put both the classic and the new on the same disc. So like if you want to play the classic, you can, or if you want to play the new one, you can. So I was thinking that's one of the things I would like to see in the generic combat game, is they should really do that. Like have that option where you can either get your regular, like classic, where it's like as close to the original as possible, and then have a new generic field, which is a souped up version. And then I was thinking, obviously, you could probably make more than one type of souped up version. But I was thinking one of the things that I would like to see in a souped up version, I don't know, any of the other viewers can put what they would like to see, just as like a fan of the game, is it would be nice to see the exact same thing, but with just extra players. So instead of being 24 players max, it goes up to like, say, see, that's the thing I was thinking. When they start you over here on the other side of the bridge, they give you 1 helicopter, 2 jeeps, and 2 tanks. And then the 12 players, they all spawn at the same time roughly, depending which console you're on. If you picked like a better console to play the game on, it would actually load it faster. So you could jump into your vehicle and get a head start of the other players. But anyways, yeah, so if you jumped in your vehicles, you get to choose between 2 jeeps, 2 tanks, and 1 helicopter. So that was balanced because you had 12 players here and 12 players that started on the other side of the map. So I was thinking, if you increased it, so say instead of 12 players on each side, it's 20 players, that'd be an extra 8 players. So I was thinking, in order to have everyone spawn and fit those extra 8 players, maybe upgrade it so there's 3 tanks and 4 jeeps. And I think keep the helicopter the same. But I was thinking that would be a nice balance, I think. It would just create enough extra players to soup it up, but balance it out by adding the extra jeeps and tanks. So just 1 extra tank and then 2 extra jeeps. And there was actually quite a bit of room around here. So I think if you had to fit in the extra tank and the extra 2 jeeps, you would still have room. It wouldn't be that bad to fit it all in. So I was thinking that's one upgrade I'd like to see for generic combat, is make a mode that's say like 40 player matches. Or what did I say? So it was 12 versus 12, extra 8. Yeah, so that'd be 20, yeah, 20 versus 20. That'd be a 40 player match. So I was thinking, could you imagine how intense this would get if you crammed in an extra 8 players per team? That'd almost be like double. Not quite double per team, but that would really make it wild. So I was thinking, if that's one of the upgrades that they wanted to make for the souped up version, add a couple extra vehicles and players. But I was thinking, other than that, I really wouldn't want to change the level design too much because I like it so much. Oh yeah, and that was one thing that the creator was talking about. You know what happened to make this level so balanced? It was funny because we kept actually debating this in the different videos and on the chat. I've even debated it on other people's YouTube videos too. One of the things that made this game so balanced was the creator actually talked about it. It was one of the other limitations. He's like, back when this game first came out, unlockable content was just coming out. So he's like, they actually didn't put unlockable content in because it was still debatable whether or not you should really do it. He said he was lucky at this point in this game, they decided to go with balancing it rather than making unlockable content. I think the main reason they didn't have the pressure to do the unlockable content is because in modern games, they sell the unlockable content. And back when this game came out, that wasn't really a big thing. So the game developers didn't have any clue that they actually should have if they wanted to make money off this game, they would have added the unlockable content and then paid to get it, so that people would have just kept paying money to unlock content. He said afterwards, World of Warcraft became a popular game, and that's when game developers realized that they could come out with regular new content and just keep getting people to pay and pay and pay. So that's when games started to actually make more money, compared to this not being a commercial success. But he said that was the one weird thing of it. Because it wasn't a commercial success, it was allowed to be super balanced. And because it was super balanced, that's why it's one of the favorite games for all these players. So isn't that weird? Like, if you ever had to go to a video game school and they would teach you how to make a game like fun, old school style, that's one of the things they would teach you, is balance the shit out of it so that the game is like super even. Well, yeah, then that's what the game developer said. That was one of the drawbacks, is if you took a player who had never played this game and you popped them into a room full of players that have played all the time, it was almost unheard of for them to have any chance at winning, because it was so evenly balanced. That it was like the only thing that would allow them to win is if they played the game for days and days and days, and then started to actually learn tricks and ways to win, and then they would catch up. So they said that was the thing. It had a really steep learning curve. But that's a weird thing. Like, they said that deterred players, but man, when I showed people this game, all you had to do was shoot a rocket into a Jeep full of people, and it was the biggest rush ever. So I was like, holy shit, you got so many points and all the different multipliers depending where you shot them. It was just such a rush. So I don't think there would be that such of a hindrance of players like getting used to playing in a balanced game. That's one of the things that at the end of the video he was asking too, is if you could talk to the game's like technical director, or the game's former technical director, or DICE's former, is what would he do if I could ask him, if he could make the game commercially viable today, like what would he have changed and still keep it balanced? Like, I was thinking what you could do is do like unlockable skins, so you could just have different costumes, different characters. That was one of the things he said too, is they weren't allowed to put women in the game, so they actually hid a woman in the game. So I was thinking maybe that's what they could do to make it commercially viable, is add women into this game, so you could have female skins. Oh, that didn't sound good. Or costumes, whatever you want to call it. No, so that's one thing. Try pressing Alt F4 and rehearse this over. Maybe I'm bugged out. Alright, let's try that. So try pressing Alt F4, close the game, relaunch it. Yeah, I'll try running it as administrator. Maybe that will help. Yeah, so that's one of the things that made it such a good game, is all the limitations. That fucked up server design was because they were limited by how many players. Then the balancing, it was fucking so balanced because they were limited by trying to make money. They didn't have to worry about trying to make undownloadable or purchase stuff that you could get. Oh, you know what I did before? I think I might actually know what it was. If I create a new profile, because maybe it's this profile. I actually had two here before, and one of them wasn't working good, so I switched to the other one, deleted it. So let's try again. Now I like to pick that username because that was my old username for when I played on PS2. Alright, so it makes it disappear. I don't think there is a password, or is there? Well, that one didn't work very good. Alright, well, let's try it again. Like you said, we'll try to find a game, see if we see you. Host game, we'll try it. Track stats. Oh, it's not an option. Password protected? No. That's what I was thinking too, man. If they really wanted to make this game like a hit. My controller's not synced. Let me try. Alright, I'll have to try this syncing thing. Try opening that controller again. Let's try. There we go. Now it's working. The hell's going on? I don't know, yeah, something does seem a little bit bugged on my end. Because right now I can't even get the controller to work. Let's try what's going on. There, it's back. Alright. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's go back to this. Oh, I remember. They said if it doesn't work, click this because you're not running it as administrator. That's what happened. There we go. It was the administrator click thing. I don't know. So maybe try running it as administrator. See if that helps in any of the things you're stuck trying to get in. Seemed to help for me there. I don't know why. Oh yeah, and then I think it was Jim that sent the screenshot, or it could have been someone else, of what's the Jeep look like. And man, the Jeep looked cool. But he said it was a GIF animation, and the animation didn't work. So if he wants to send it again, it just came out as a PNG file. It'd be neat to see the animation. Yeah, because can you imagine once we get Jeeps in this is going to make it pretty wild. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing he was talking about, the developer from DICE. He was saying that once you control the server, like back when they had the servers running, you could change stuff. And they said there were some things they never changed, so I think what they meant is that you could play the levels on different settings and different types of conquests. I don't know. Like maybe you could play Capture the Flag on the full level instead of playing it on just the small one. Oh, you found the game now. Yeah, good idea. See, that's what a technical support often tells you. If something doesn't work, just restart it all and see if that fixes it. That fixes shit half the time, right? Right, so soon there'll be players joining. The stream's about to have action. No, it'll be nice to actually be able to move with my controller now. I remember before and I couldn't move. It was fucking annoying as hell. That's the thing, when people are thinking about getting the old PlayStation version back, when I played this version, it's so smooth and nice. I'm almost thinking, why would I ever want to go back to the PlayStation version? This one's already better. And this one's hardly even finished. So it's like, man, once they actually put a lot of work into it and finish it, dear God, it'll be sweet. Oh, you can't get in the server yet. I don't know. It's hard to say what's happening. You know what was the weirdest glitch I had with my controller when I first tried to set it to work for the PlayStation controller to work on my PC? I had to hold the PlayStation button and then the controllers would work. But if I let go of the PlayStation button, then it wouldn't. So I was like, what the fuck? That was when I was trying to use it with just Steam. So that's when I switched to this other controller settings, and man, it works way better. As you can see, like, I really can't even tell this from the actual PlayStation. The only thing is my internet speed. When I jump and look around quick, when my internet's slow, I can see a little bit of drop frames. Oh yeah, remember last time you were joined? It did say that you were the administrator. So maybe that'll work. I remember that. That's why I kept thinking you were Jim, because I was like, oh, you're the administrator? Yeah, when these guys get the vehicles back in this game, like I'm thinking about doing a weekly stream and then seeing how big it can grow. Hopefully we'll have my internet fixed by then. Dear God, I'm hoping one day I get a message from Bell and they're like, hey, we added fiber optic. I'll be like, holy shit. That'd be sweet, but I don't know if it's gonna happen anytime soon. Oh yeah, that was another thing. He said that one of the reasons why they never did modern combat games before, like first-person shooters, was because of the political reasons. They said doing a modern war seemed like it would raise a lot of tensions between countries, whoever you put versus each other in the game. So isn't it ironic that they had the US versus China? Like back when this game came out, I would have never guessed that China and the US would fight each other in a war. But here we are, fast forward a whole bunch of years, and lo and behold, it looks like a war between China and the US is more evident than ever. Oh yeah, that was the other thing too. The DICE creator said that on behalf of everyone from the Discord group, he decided to contact DICE because they're his former employee or former employer, and he asked them to help people get the game back. And he's telling them that there is a huge community of people that want the game back. So hopefully they find a way to monetize it. I was thinking like the Xbox version, they re-released it. So maybe they could just turn on the servers for that and find a way to monetize it. I don't know how, like maybe a portion of the Xbox monthly revenue or whatever, but whatever it is, find a way to monetize it, and who knows, put a big Xbox sign on the side of the Chinese building. Find some way to advertise stuff or some sort of revenue that the game can make. Holy, you're going to try reinstalling the game? Yeah, sometimes that does fix it. But that seems like a pretty severe way. No, but good luck. Hope it works. It seems like my internet's a little bit more stable. That little time of unstableness, maybe it really was just bad network time. Everyone was at home watching movies at 10 o'clock, and now it's reached 11, starting to get better internet. Yeah, so like, I don't know, I was starting to think about that. A lot of the things from the era of like basically when I used to play this game, they're starting to make a comeback. Like I just found out that Stargate got bought out by, or what is it, MGM got bought out by Amazon. So now they're going to start releasing a new Stargate show on Amazon. I know it's not for sure yet, but the chances of that happening are better than ever. So that'll be pretty wild. Like Stargate will be back. I'll be playing Star Trek, or I'll be playing Battlefield 2 Modern Combat again. Who knows? Maybe I'll be dating hot babes again. That'd be sweet. I don't know. Let's not get carried away here. It's more realistic things. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Did you use the bat file? I don't know. I should check into that. Maybe that's what caused it, eh? Let's go and try restarting it again and see if it was the bat file. Alright, when I started the game, it's the thing it says, oh yeah, maybe it's the one thing, that giant U, generic field. Let's see what the file name is. It's the exe file. Is that the one I'm supposed to run it from? Or is there another one other than the exe file? There's another one called launch generic field too. Should I try that one instead? Let's try that. Oh no. That didn't work. Now there's an engine, plugins. Sorry, I'm getting tired and it's only 11. I don't know, I'll try running it again. Whoops. I'll try running it as administrator again, see if that helps. Now I did uninstall the game, or not uninstall, unzip the game before I installed it. Yeah, I did log in, so that part looks good. Here, try hosting your game again, see if that works. No, it's so wild, like, actually hearing the game creator from Battlefield 2 talk in an interview. I know it wasn't easy to hear him, so I turned on closed captions so I could get every word. It's like the closed captions helped a lot. I know I don't talk very clear either, so that's what a lot of people have to do to listen to my interviews. But yeah, anyways, when he was talking, it was like listening to God talk. Like really, when I think about the greatest creations in history, there's the universe, and then there's Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. So really, getting to hear the technical director, I was like, dear God, like that's one person down from God in my books. It's pretty wild to actually hear an interview with someone near God status. And I still can't believe it, that we actually got to hear an interview with one of the people that made the game. And he said he was fascinated that there was still a huge community that loves the game. Yeah, I can't believe it too. Like, man, some of the videos, like, there's a comeback in this game coming. Alright, he said he got his server online. Let's try searching it. Oh, come on, you whore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Alright, what's your server name? I could just find it by that. Map type, bridge too far. Mode, captured the flag. Host type, private, trusted private, official, any. That's weird, eh? A lot of choices. Now, I think the only reason he was allowed to talk like that is probably because he's a former employee and his contract was over a long time ago. So whatever disclosure or non-disclosure agreements they had might have already expired. I don't know. As I know when I've even had jobs working for like Microsoft or Xbox, it's like they usually got some pretty hardcore stuff. We're not allowed to talk about what you see in there and shit. And I was just doing fucking customer support stuff over the phone. No, there was this chance I was supposed to be able to meet Bill Gates, but it never happened. I was like, yeah, right. Some call center for Xbox was telling you that. But yeah, who knows? Apparently he did come to the same office, which I can't really talk about. Alright, so anyways, let's keep searching for the game. Ooh. Ooh, oh, come on. You said that you got luck and actually found it but couldn't join it, right? Alright, he said try hosting again, so I'll try hosting again. Alright, maybe try generic server name and try putting that in the search field and see if that finds it. So that's weird, right? Like, why is it not able to find it? Well, we'll have to ask Jim. He'll know. Yeah, so I was thinking if I wanted to boost or soup up the game, one of the things I would do is increase the players per team. What would be another thing? Part of me wants to add one more base that you could capture, like an extra flag, but I really don't think that's a good idea because this is already so well balanced that you really wouldn't want to try to fix something that's not broken, right? The one thing that I would like maybe to see complete was I had heard, yeah, maybe that's a question that Jim could ask in his next interview. Some of the trailers showed boats going underneath these bridges. So I was like, was there actual plan to have boats on this level? That would have been sweet. So I don't know, like maybe they had the boats and they turned them off and then they just kept it to tanks and jeeps and a helicopter. Because man, if they would have added boats, maybe that's what you could do. Boost up the players and then add some boats. So you could actually use the boats to attack. So yeah, that's one thing I would do is maybe add like some sort of extra vehicle that was never in the game before. Just as like an option. But yeah, and then also have that as an option too. Maybe like when people, if you re-release this game, make it so people can select how many vehicles of each type. Because you know when you play Bomberman and then you sign up to a new match, one of the first things they ask you in the level editor is how many of each item do you want to spawn in the level. So how many punch items, how many extra bomb items, how many kick items. So maybe when you're setting up the server, you can pick how many helicopters do you want to deploy at your base, 2 or 1, or how many tanks, 2 or 4, how many jeeps, 2 or 4, how many players, 12 or 24 or 40. That'd be pretty sweet. Or how many boats do you want to add, or do you want no boats at all? Or maybe you could do a boat match where it's like 10 boats and no jeeps. Or yeah, just jeeps and just boats, no tanks or helicopters. So that would give people options to like set up their own servers to like make it like a little bit different. So it's not always the same every time. So that's one thing I was starting to think about. I actually did stop playing this game before the server closed. And you know why I stopped playing? Because I started to get a little bit bored of it and I started playing the other maps. And then I was like, hey, I'm just going to take a break and then start playing it again. And lo and behold, when I was taking that break, they shut the game down. So I was like, oh, fuck, man. I really wish I never took that break. But that was the thing that was getting to me, is I actually did play this game to the point where I got sick of it. Which I was surprised, because I'm still so addicted to it now. Maybe taking it away was one of those things that made it even more addictive again. Yeah, so that's one of the things I would like to see to mix it up a bit is, yeah, be able to do that. Be able to change the vehicles, control how many people come into each server. And don't do it for the whole thing, just do it for like, have your classic mode and then have your customizable mode. What would be another good thing? What was something that they could add for monetization, like a game currency? The game currency, what would you want to be able to buy if you were winning game currency? Or that's what I was thinking too, the combo system. You know when you kill a tank and it explodes and you get the points for the extra gunners? But if you explode it near a base, you get extra points because they're trying to capture a base. So they give you points for that. I was thinking try to like use that combo system, but find a way to even make extra combos. So I don't know how you could do it, but just find another way so that there's even more combos for points. Because I found that combo for point system, geez, was so good. It'd be amazing if you could soup it up even better. I could probably just make it up these. Oh, not quite. Oh, that one's too high too. Could have swore I made it up one of these. Yeah, so we thought about advertisers, we thought about new skins. The only thing I could think of is maybe do unlockable music, where there's some sort of music that you could unlock that plays in the background of the game, but that might be kind of annoying. Unlockable sound effects. Remember how you could hit the square button and you could actually yell and stuff through the microphone? Maybe you could do sounds. So you could hit the square button and it would unlock a list of like all of your sounds that you could do. So you could taunt people using different sound effects. So that'd be kind of a neat way. If people are rich, they could buy new sounds, and people that are poor, they can just keep playing the game and DICE will make their money. And the game remains balanced, because I don't think changing the sound before you kill someone would actually affect it. That's the one thing that kind of disappoints me, is there really needs to be something revolutionary that they could add to expand this game, because Battlefield 2 Modern Combat was really revolutionary. Like Jim was talking about in the interview, it was one of the first games to do a really in-depth clan match system, and he was disappointed that it was the last game to use the in-depth clan match system. And if the developer was trying to get at what he was saying was, the clan match was just, it wasn't commercially viable. So whatever, all that extra work they put into the clan match didn't really help the game make any extra money, so they're not probably going to do that type of system again. Or maybe there was another reason they got rid of the clan match and I didn't get that part, but if any of the viewers gathered that, why they got rid of clans. Yeah, Jim was talking about how clans was the best thing ever, and I only tried clans when there was no other matches available. I really didn't understand how they worked, so that's one of the reasons why I didn't play them a lot. Yeah, I would try reinstalling my game, but my computer gets more and more fucked the more times I reinstall stuff, so I don't know, I got this working once, I really can't uninstall it. I might try it if it gets to the point where we've asked Jim and he says that's the only way. I don't really think it's going to change anything. Which is so weird, eh? Because we had it working before. Why doesn't it work now? I really didn't do anything different. The only thing I could think of, the only thing that's different is I'm running the controller now. But other than that, it's identical. I didn't change any of the... Oh wait, I did install a few other games today, and I have to, or programs, and I might even have to uninstall them. So maybe I fucked up the build somewhere when I did that. Yeah, we could try asking in the Discord. Try putting a chat in the Discord and say, if we can't join into each other's matches, what's some of the things we can troubleshoot? Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. The controller broke the game somehow. Because that's what I was doing. I was installing different types of controllers. Oh, Steam. That could be it. Maybe it's something to do with Steam. Because Steam's the thing that's connecting everything. So let me try logging in and out of Steam. Maybe that's it. Fuck, man. Why isn't this working? That's the problem. Steam crashed on me. Oh, that's what it was. Steam's not even running on my end, so that's why. That's what he was saying. He's like, if you don't use Steam, you can't connect to other players, so that was the problem. Alright, let's get this going. So I'll exit this after we've connected to Steam. See, that's the key, right? If you've tried everything, it doesn't work, try something new. Alright, it says I'm connected to Steam now. Alright, so now we're connected to Steam. Now that we're connected to that, then I'll open generic Battlefield, run it as administrator. This should do it, I bet, right? Just remember, that was one of the things they always said. Yeah, here it is. Connected to Steam community. Oh fuck, I forgot I changed my controls. Hopefully it works. It said something about if you want to invite your players or friends, click here. Alright, so let's try the find game feature, or let's try the host game feature, see if it works now. Yeah, I tried changing the controller layout for Steam, and yeah, it didn't work the greatest. Well, it did as long as I held the PlayStation button, which I don't want to hold the PlayStation button while I play. So yeah, that part was fucked, but other than that, it was okay. Alright, next I'm going to try to open my macro thing. Is it still working? It says it is. It said press library. Come on. Oh yeah, I have to run as administrator because it's not. Ah, there we are. We're back in the same room. Alright, finally, eh? Figure we're going to play the whole game without ever actually seeing other players. Oh god, why is my controller not working? Why did it work that whole time and now when I get into the game it doesn't work? Son of a bitch. What the hell's going on, man? Alright, let's try again. It says it's working. Why does it not work in the game? Alright, let me try going in the game now with this and see with it still open, will it work? No. No, my controller stops working. I think it's something to do with Steam. It's how I fucked Steam over when I was changing the controls for Steam. Alright, so I gotta go into Steam and try changing that. So you can kill me for a while if you want, but I won't be able to actually play because I gotta go in and fuck with the controls because now I completely busted it what I tried to do was just get everything changed in Steam, and it didn't work. And that was the problem, because I was like, now when I switched it with the other program, now the controls don't work when I open it with Steam. So I gotta try to find out where it is. Steam, settings, controller. I just want to put it back to default. The other programs came with a feature where if it was on the wrong one, you could just go back to default. And here it says export, done, or browse configs. There we go. Oh man, this is really going to be a challenge. I knew today was going to be a day of nothing but fucking technical issues. I should have guessed that when I closed Steam, that's what helped my controller work, because now I'd switched back to normal controls. Now that I open Steam, I'm fucked, because how am I going to switch the Steam controls back to their original? Okay, I've created these weird profiles. How do I get rid of them? Oh, there it is, remove. Go on. There we go. Right, nothing bound there. Done. No, that did not fix it. Alright, let's try computer, desktop configuration, big picture. Oh boy. Yeah, I think what the problem is, it's trying to use it as a controller. But I don't want it to use it as a controller. I want it to go back to using it just as a normal keyboard and mouse. So how do I turn off controller in Steam? That's really what I got to try to figure out. Oh god, that'd be so nice if you could just like turn off controller. Oh, here we go. Hey, you can even turn the rumble pack on? That's funny. My controller doesn't come with a rumble pack, so I won't be able to tell. Yeah, the problem is that I started screwing with the Steam controller settings before I installed Anti-Micro. And Anti-Micro works great, but now Steam's all fucked. So it's like, great, now I can't get my controller to work when I turn Steam on because it's trying to do two controller settings at once. It's trying to run the new settings that I put on Steam, and it's trying to run the controller as a mouse. So it's double the crap. Alright, so turn off on big picture, guide button focused. I don't know. Alright, let's try this now. I turned off the controller. Oh, come on. Alright, the controller is working. Let me try controlling or turning off the controller thing. I'll close all the anti-micros. And now I'll try reopening it from scratch. Hopefully that'll do the trick. Alright, it says it's working. It says click here to run as administrator. What the fuck, man? Why is there no key map there? This is the wrong profile. Alright, so let's open the profile. That could be why I couldn't get it to work. Now it's going up on its own automatically. That's not a good sign. Alright, let's try opening it again. Yeah, now the controller is going up on its own automatically. What the fuck, man? There's just never anything easy for me, man. Like, if one thing's fixed, there'll be another thing that breaks. Guarantee. Alright, there we go. Now I can move the mouse. Oh my god, why isn't it working? Fucking piece of shit, man. No, sorry, I'm just starting to lose my temper because I spent the whole day trying to get this working. I had it working great, but I can't with fucking Steam now. Why did it undisconnect as administrator? It's like it fights back and forth with the game about which is taking over as control as administrator. There, now it's working. What the fuck, man? Why wouldn't it work all those other times and now it does? Well, oh well, at least it's working now. Piece of shit, man. Well, I don't want to be getting too pissed off, but holy fuck, man. Like, what was the problem there? Oh, now you're disconnected. Are you fucking kidding me? Or it's just because the game ended. Let's hope. Dear God, man. What a nightmare. Yeah, I'm gonna get another bowl going so I can try to relax. Oh, you were reconfiguring. Okay, cool. Thank God. I was wondering what the hell now. Now this is going to be one of those games. It's going to be a little frustrating to get used to setting it up. I'll have to get used to getting everything working with this controller. And once I get everything down pat, it shouldn't be so bad, right? And I do love the new graphics updates. I love how smooth the controls are. It's actually really nice. Alright, into the crates we go. Oh, there you are. There we go, killed Noah. Now I feel bad saying killed Noah because that's my nephew's name too. I killed my family. No! There we go. So thank God, after all that bitching, we actually got it working. I don't know, the bitching was amplifying so much, I was like, holy shit, I'm pretty sure we're not winning. We're going to lose. Big time losers. Now what I really need to do is put in the headphones so I can hear a little bit of the sound. Because dear God, if I can't hear what's happening, makes it harder to win. Can't hear anyone running. There we go. Even though I have, oh, someone's shooting. Oh, a sniper. Oh, shit. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, there. There we go. Little bit of lag, but we're okay. Yeah, it must have been just the time of day, because really my computer isn't lagging bad at all anymore, or internet. No, but this game, you really do need like stable, because man, those head kills, you have to be so close, and if you're getting lag, it's not a good thing. Oh, my health is so low. I should have got health, I forgot. Oh yeah, it's the wrong flag. Dumb. Yeah, now we're both on controller. That is pretty cool. Now it is really like the Sony days. I'm using the dual or Sony 4 controller. So it's 2 generations past, but still pretty good. Oh, Noah got the flag. Yeah, we don't have the radar yet, so this makes it way more challenging. Oh, that was pretty bad. I blame the lag. Spawn point selected. Oh no, I can't move again. The fuck? Is it some sort of game lag? Or is it actually over? No, it's... The hell? Why did my controller just quit when I die? God, man. So annoying. God, right when I was starting to have fun, then the fucking controller stops working. What the fuck, man? Yeah, it's the administrator thing. It's not running as administrator anymore. Why would it lose the administrator functions? God, that's fucking annoying, man. God, that's so weird, eh? Like, why would you be using a program as administrator and then right in the middle of using it, it just loses, it lost it again. So it's whenever I close it, I guess. It's when I close it, it loses administrator function. And the annoying part is the screen that it's appearing on, I need to use for OBS. And I try to drag it onto the other monitors and it won't open on those. So I don't understand why it's refusing to open on any monitors except for the one that I need. I'm sorry, game, you can't open on that screen. You're gonna have to pick a different screen. Alright, so let's try this again. Fuck's sakes, man. No, still not working. God's sakes. I swear to God, I'm really just gonna have to turn this off and spend the whole day tomorrow, because I'm gonna start yelling and smashing shit. Like, really, it should be fucking working. Why the fuck is it not working? It quit in the middle of the fucking game. Like, it was working for half the fucking game. Why would it just stop? It must be something like you said. I really just got to restart my computer, because now I can't even get the fucking game controller working. It literally won't work. Like here, I'm hitting the, look, you can see I'm hitting the functions, but it says I got to run as administrator. So I click yes to run as administrator, and it just automatically closes the computer program. So now it's not running at all. So I don't know, like that's got to be a glitch with the software, I guess. I can't think of anything else that would cause that. Yeah, that's fucked up shit, man. Dear God, like why would the fucking program just stop working? Yeah, because it shows the computer working. Like I can even move the mouse here. There, now it's working again. Sorry. No, that was bad. I shouldn't have done that, but sorry. Got it working again. For fuck's sake, so man, why did it just quit working all of a sudden? Like you said, it's probably just restarting the computer, but still, man, like why would restarting the computer be required when you're right in the middle of using it? Oh shit. I hear bullets a-flying. Yeah, and this is harder for me because you can see my screen. I can't see yours. I heard the sniper. Alright, I captured it. Oh, there it is. Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. Seen that bullet fly. There we go. That was close. I didn't think I could get you because you were so far away. It's like, oh no, shotgun at a distance. That never works. Alright, so as long as I don't die, my controller will work good. Now, I think what it is, like you were saying, sometimes when you run a controller for too long, it starts to fuck up. Gotta reset everything. Ooh. Oh, that was close. No, that was because of the shotgun's closeness, I think. I was like, oh, do I get closer or try to back away? It's like, oh, let's get closer. And this game's neat that you actually have to go to a health spot. Like, how many games do you go to where you don't actually need to go get health? You can just grab wherever. Oh, the time ran out. Major victory. Alright, so that was fun. Oh, you can even change the jump height. I didn't know that. That's pretty wild. Alright, I'll pick China again. Pick engineer. Now, I was wondering what the distance was going to be like on shotguns. Because usually in this game they do make it where it's like you have to be so close. It's like if you're not close, you're not going to kill them. No, I like the sound in this game. You can actually hear the other players and where they're at. Whoa, that was close. Oh, come on. The one thing I think they might have to change in this game is the walking noise. It's a little bit on the loud side. Yeah, and once we add vehicles, it'll make it way easier to catch up if someone's running on foot to try to catch. Oh, there he is. Oh, that was close. Alright. Do I already have the flag? Can't remember. Or is this my flag? I'm going the wrong way. Oh, I picked up the flag. I don't know if re-stepping on it actually really gets it to fill faster, but I try it. It's like when you get to those crosswalks in real life, you're like, hey, is it really going to work? Pressing the button, does it make it faster? Oh, I did die, even after. That was brutal. Double KO. Oh, am I gonna log out of the game? No, we're still here. Yeah, this is better. Now this is actually keeping me awake. I was starting to get tired there for a while because I'm like, man, this is getting boring if we can't play the actual game. Oh, there's someone. Ooh, I'm gonna have to watch your gun even when you're dead. It's like when you're dead, it still fires and kills me. Yeah, you could try changing some of the game settings if you want. I don't know what game settings is there though. Just jump level, isn't there? Maybe we can change the player settings. How many players? Yeah, I was wondering, can I fit through there? It was just like the PlayStation 2 version. Looks like you can, but you can't. Alright, well, if you want to exit the room, try creating a new one with different settings, and I'll try joining it. Because I'm pretty sure that was the only problem before with Steam, right? So I should be able to join your rooms now. And while you create a new room, I'll take a quick break for the vaporizer. Just get a couple of hoots in. Oh, my hand's already cramped from running with a controller that long. It's pretty hilarious. You know you're old when... Shouldn't say old. Feeling age challenged. Oh yeah, that hits the spot. Oh, the game time is in the top left corner. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I'll go back. We'll exit to the lobby. And I'll try finding some fine games. So whenever you create, once you got one created, let me know and I'll give it a try. Yeah, that was pretty cool. The game developer was talking in the interview. Let me take this out so I don't get distracted by the game music. No, the game developer was talking about how they added other vehicles in the game and they took some of them out, but one of them they actually designed, which they didn't have the licensing for, I don't think, was a TIE fighter from Star Wars. So they actually had the Star Wars vehicles in there. Alright, server's up. Oh yeah, look it is too. Yeah, so I'd love to get a copy of the Battlefield 2 or Bridge Too Far level where they actually had the TIE fighter in it. That'd be hilarious. I'd love to see that. I don't know if they saved any screenshots of it. Probably the game developer is not allowed to leak them out, but... Now, so everyone can get an idea of what it's like to play as the engineer. You can see that's one of my favorite classes. And I basically play with them all the time. The only time I ever switch away from the engineer is if someone's kicking my ass and I need to try something different. Well, that's pretty rare. Not to brag, but yeah, losing in this game was pretty rare for me. But I'm sure there's a whole generation of younger players that'll whoop my ass now. Oh, so that jump. Holy. Look how high he's jumping. That's crazy. And he killed himself. Alright, run for the flag. Yeah, it is so strange. This does give me a lot of vibes of what it was like playing the game before. Like, really, if I just, like, got dropped into this and didn't know what was happening, I'd be like, this is an official game. This seems like they're re-releasing it. Fuck. Oh, yeah, the jumping. I was like, where is he? Oh, there he is. I don't know, does the jumping make you go faster? Holy fuck, how is he jumping that high? That was hilarious. Yeah, so this is how you can make the game better, is like do a whole bunch of changes to it, right? That was weird. Yeah, so that jumping, how are you doing it? Double jumping? Or did you just change the jump height for one player? I don't mind regular jump height. That extra jump height's pretty trippy. Oh, I think I saw him. Oh, he jumped away just as I pulled the trigger. Oh, ah. This is definitely more trippy than I remember in the old game. It's like fighting grasshoppers. It's like, where will he jump next? Oh, the game speed's different now, eh? What the fuck? Holy, something happened. I jumped in a spot I'm not supposed to. Yeah, I think I'm in the skybox now too. Yeah, I'm like up in the clouds, wherever I am. I think I jumped a little too high. Little too high. Alright, so if anyone wants to figure out how to play this game and join the room that we're in, it's called Generic Field, and you just go to genericfield.com. It's got some sort of like downloader thing. You can start installing the game. And there's actually a video on how to do all the installation for Generic Field, so if you want to just watch that if you get stuck. Yeah, that's fine. Restarting the server's good for me. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask too, do you got Skype ready for next time we record? If you want to add me on Skype, that'd probably be a good test to do too. Another thing I was wanting to test is the Discord group has a group chat, so if you want to try to join in the voice chat for that, I could try putting that on the show. Although I'm a little bit worried on that in case anyone swears, but I think the Battlefield 2 community is pretty good. So hopefully we won't get our channel taken down. Yeah, I think it's just me and you watching, or it could be Pepe still watching. I know I got one viewer that gave a super chat earlier, but I don't know if he's still just watching and then doing other stuff at the same time. Or listening, I should say. Yeah, I think, what's his name, Jim? He'll be happy if he sees people are actually using the game. I can't believe that no one has started to play this. It's already pretty good once you set it up with the controller. The only way it can improve, really, is to have vehicles and add conquest. Dear God, if you could do those, it would be 90% done. Yeah, this is pretty wild adventure. Thanks for playing, man. It's neat to actually play. This game is like a big part of my past. Yeah, so it's so weird to hear the game developer talk, man. That guy designed the game that was like such a good, huge part of my childhood, or at least teenage years. That's what Jim was saying. He played it during university, so it must have been later for me than high school. I think it probably would have been, I guess, college or university age too, but I was already working in factories by then. Oh yeah, it would have been after high school, because I graduated in the year 2000. So yeah, this would have been post high school. Oh yeah, this was the game that I was playing at after school parties. Because what happened is when we graduated high school, or at least my class when we graduated, or not everyone graduated, when everyone was finished high school, we all went to work in the same factories. So that's why I was thinking it was high school, because it was all the same people still. So it was my friends from high school, but we were playing after work when we were working in the factories. Now I used to work in a woodworking factory that made furniture, like shelves. It's called Stack a Shelf. Their factory ended up moving to Mexico, so if anyone's in Mexico watching the show, you might be working at Stack a Shelf, the factory I started. Alright, let's see. Looks like the game controller thing crashed for me again. So I'm going to try opening that. Oh yeah, it's totally crashed. I gotta stop vaping so much, it's starting to make me cough. Alright, I'll cut back on the vaping. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Now it wants me to run it as administrator. Come on, why isn't it working? There it goes. Oh, I know why. It's because I was pressing the wrong button. That's why. Dumb. Isn't it funny when you're like, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? And you're hitting the wrong button. It's like, oh, that's why. Dumb. Yeah, it'd be cool if Noah's gaming channel takes off too, because he's doing Battlefield 2 videos. If you want, we can do a collaboration video. We record it onto YouTube at each other's channels at the same time. That sounds nasty. Oh God. Right, I heard a gunshot. The happiness has begun. Oh, there he is, flying through the sky. Oh, gotta stop aiming so high. Oh man, that jumping thing is really weird. You end up killing yourself more than me. No, I think the regular jump is kind of better, but it is kind of funny for a joke. Now I can hardly wait till Jim and the game developer do another live stream together, or yeah, I guess that one was a live stream. Because they had live questions. Oh yeah, you were in that live stream. I remember that. I remember seeing your name in the chat. Memory's not completely shut. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to debate. What would be some of the best new stuff that they could start if they wanted to upgrade this game? Add more players, add more vehicles. What else could they do? Oh yeah, that's what they could do. What they talked about in the other video was add one more character class. So we wouldn't definitely add the new character class to the original. Keep that the same. Oh, fuck. Oh, why can't I shoot? There we go. Yeah, so add one more character class. What else could they do? Maybe 2 character classes, eh? Really go all out. Oh yeah, maybe bring back a new type of vehicle, either boats or... What would be another cool vehicle type? Yeah, maybe get some sort of partnership with Star Wars so they actually could bring in a TIE fighter. That'd be pretty cool. I wonder what guns they gave the TIE fighter. Probably some big chain gun. Or lasers. Yeah, lasers must have been what it was. Come on, can't move. What is going on? The intensity of this battle. Oh, that was bad. Oh yeah, that jumping. Man, this health refill is like a year later. Yeah, I think you're full now. Oh, there you go. Oh, you got the flag. What is going on? Why can't I kill you? That was pretty funny. So a couple of shots later. Alright, let's try a different gun for the fun of it. Die once, have to try something different. Now I think the shotgun works pretty good when it's like precise aiming, but if we're getting a lot of lag here, let's go for a widespread approach. Now I can't see how much my internet's lagging because of the fucking shit right now. Goddamn program will only work if it's blocking my view of the fucking screen I need to see. Because that's how it rolls. Oh. Return the flag. Capture the flag. Alright, this gun's working a little better. That shotgun was like 1,000,000 hits, no deaths. Like, okay, time to switch guns. Victory. Oh, spraying too much. That was some nice killing though. Maybe I should turn the aiming down just a little. It's a little bit on the jumpy side. I kind of liked Assault. It wasn't that bad. Holy shit. Did I miss the flag? Fuck. Oh no, I got it. Ah, I did miss it. Son of a bitch. Oh, there is no flags. What the hell? Can't shoot? Yeah, I think this is the trippiest I've ever played Battlefield. So fast. Alright, so much for not vaping anymore. Now I really want to vape. Yeah, I always wondered, like, if you drove the Jeep, come in and around there, peel through, then back around this way. Yeah, I can't shoot. Oh yeah, I'm out of ammo. Yeah, I can't even shoot. This is so weird. Why can't I shoot? Let me try the mouse. Something's fucked here. There we go. Holy fuck. Holy man, this is so trippy. Wish I would have tried jumping sooner. Holy. Alright, we're jumping too high. Much too high. Much, much too high. Alright, I gotta check the stream, how long this has been going. Holy shit, 2 hours. Alright, yeah, guess I better wrap this up. Can't keep playing Battlefield forever. Alright, so let's give a shout out to the... Let's go with the sponsor.
Today's Battlefield adventures were brought to you by Right, it'll fuck you up.
Alright, we're back. Let's go with the patrons. Alright, Suki, Dan, Jim, Ray, Travis, and everyone else at the patron organization. Thanks a lot, everyone. Appreciate it big time. You never know, I might move out of my parents' basement before I turn 50. You just wait and see. Alright, let's go. What do we got next? Let's go with the affiliate links. Alright, the affiliate links. We got Patreon, Society 6, finishing quick is my specialty. Comes on t-shirts, bed sheets, both popular with the ladies. Hideout TV, pays you to watch videos. Swagbucks will pay you to shop. GameKit to pay you to try games. And free Bitcoin. It's a wallet system for crypto. Yeah, and crypto is pretty cool, but just be careful. It's a wild roller coaster and it's got lots of rules, so make sure you follow your regional laws. And yeah, free Bitcoin and BetFury. Free Bitcoin's all about just the regular Bitcoins. BetFury is every cryptocurrency. And they got free loot boxes that you can open like every half hour. And it basically has tiny little pennies of crypto that you can add into a bigger sum. And eventually try gambling it if you want, or just save it up. Anyways, or you can withdraw it or transfer it to other people. But we also got the Virtual Mate sex machine. It's for adults and men only. If ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. Just kidding. Unless you want $10 off on a purchase of $150 or more, just use the coupon code below. And that's courtesy of the people at Virtual Mate. So I'm hoping to look forward to working with them again in the future. Just kidding. No, hopefully it'd be neat to work with them in other ways. I doubt modeling, that's for sure. Alright, anyways. So let's go to the website is also in the links below. And click show more information button if you want all these links, including the ones I just talked about. Alright, so let's go to the fire screen. See if we got anything for that today. Alright, for the fire screen, if you happen to get any of the engineer bullets in your vaporizer, tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can give the show a like. Really appreciate it.
Just make sure never buy the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. Bye for now, everyone.
Yeah, supposed to give a shout out to everyone in the chat. It was Noah Gaming, so thanks Noah Gaming Clan. Sorry for getting you mixed up with Jim Review. I'll try not to do that again. Alright, see you later. Bye for now, everyone. Take care. Oh yeah, and thanks again to the guys who did the interview for, what is it, the one we were reviewing today. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, that interview kicked ass. Hopefully it gets shared, gets millions of views, and we'll get to hear a few more episodes. Because I'd love to hear more behind the scenes shit of how the game was made. That fucking interview is mind-blowing. Anyways, so I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye for now. And ladies too. Later. Better use two hands. Don't want to fuck up that hand signal. Later. Yeah, let's hope if anyone's joining or watching the video and they want to join us in these matches, we're going to try to do it, what did we say, 3 o'clock p.m. on Fridays at Eastern time, or Toronto time. So if you got another time you want to play at, and there's a whole bunch of people that want that time instead, maybe we can switch, so just post in the chat below. Alright, later everyone, have a good weekend, or hope you had a good weekend, have a good week.